Happy Leo full moon Aries. This is Kapualani, and I'm here with your girl and her moon February full moon reading. So let's see what we've got. Okay, Aries, what's your message from the universe this month for the full moon? Father of Swords. Okay, I'm hearing take your time when it comes to taking yourself seriously. I mean, it's, I want to say, because the first thing that I got was, okay, take yourself seriously, but then I got take your time. The nice thing with the Father of Swords is that there's wisdom, and there's that suggestion, there's that guidance to act from a place of wisdom. You've come a long way, Aries, and so wherever wherever you're at, when we hit this particular full moon this month, it's, I don't know why, but I'm also getting, just be a little bit on your guard. You don't have to, because it's the father here, the king. It's not like there's all these big scary red flags, but it's kind of, I get this feeling that things are not quite said and done. Things are not quite settled. So if there was some type of discussion, if there's some type of conversation, I feel like just be kind of mindful and prepared that even though you've closed some doors, there may be one or two people who might decide to come knocking or try to pop that door open again. So there's something here about just, be wise, be mindful, on point when, and I don't know why, but I'm hearing just also standing your guard. And it's not about being defensive, but again, there's something here about not yet being in a position to just relax and chill and oh, okay, cool. So what's this going to, excuse me, what will this full moon be bringing to your awareness? I was saying it. Wasn't I saying it, Aries? Seven of Wands. That's that kind of confrontational energy. This is that energy of having to stand your ground. I said stand your guard, stand your ground. It's right here. So, number one, be mindful that not everything, not all the energies that are coming to you that you're picking up on, not all of them are threatening. Okay? Not all of them are threatening. Like I said, you've come a long way in terms of building your self confidence, your wherewithal, and your ability to really just mentally focus and not get shaken so easily, that sort of thing. But in this case, it's like stand your ground. Stand your ground. Don't back down. It's not necessarily about creating conflict at all. I mean, of course, and again, I don't want to say to anticipate it, but it's about being mindful of your surroundings and sort of using the tools that you've gained thus far to refine your perceptions in terms of what you've learned. Like, again, how I said, not all the energies that are coming at you or that you might be sensing, they're not all threatening. They're not all like stuff that, how I feel, what I mean to say is not that you would naturally think that they're threatening, but just that, that kind of, jittery, like, whoa, I wasn't anticipating that. You're not scared, but it's like, whoa, I just wasn't anticipating it. That kind of thing. I feel like your nerves are settling. So what do you need to revisit? Yep. Like I said, your nerves are settling. So I told you, understanding that the environment that you're in comfortable, familial type waters. The energies that you're surrounded by are very, very loving, very, very protective. Okay, that's what you might be feeling. I feel like the personalities that you're around, there might be just some very strong individuals, and they're not. And I feel like that's what in the past, that's what you're picking up on. And not that there's a misinterpretation, but there's just, okay, what is it? What is it that I'm feeling? What is it that I'm understanding? What is it that I'm picking up from the group? That's, and that's where it's like, oh, okay, these are people who are also maybe just go-getters. They're not competing with me, but maybe in themselves, they are very confident. They are very competitive with themselves. They're not necessarily competitive with others. They just try to better themselves. And I feel like you can definitely relate with that, Aries, because you're like, yeah, where have my people been? Yes, and so part of it is we just got to meet each other somewhere in the middle here. So again, what you're needing to revisit, just if and where you're recognizing though, so this doesn't mean tolerate bullying and doesn't mean tolerate, just kind of snarky, aggressive behaviors. That's not what it says at all. It says go to those people who you've already kind of pre-established that understanding with. Go to the people that are family, go to your family in that case. Okay, so let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. Patience, persistence. Okay. This is an opportunity, like I said, it's like go back over the things that you have already established. Go back over the things that you've already developed. This is a time of refinement. And I feel it again. It's a time for you to really build and establish in a more tactile, like life lived, hands on type of way. Like I said, I feel like you've arrived to this Father of Swords energy. Not that you haven't owned it or been embodying that energy before, but it's this different level of inner awareness, inner security, inner confidence, that you're really coming into. And that's where, again, this Eight of Pentacles for just the advice. Be grounded, stick with the things that are hands on, that are right in front of you. Try not to get too ahead of yourself. It's not the time to get ahead of yourself. It's a time to pace yourself and to realize, okay, I'm in a good flow. So now that I'm in this good flow and I can take the time to pay more attention to these things. Take the time to pay more attention to my surroundings. What needs mending? Because look at that sword, thinking of a needle and a thread, So where are there some areas that could use my attention right now in terms of where I see myself heading in the long run, in terms of what's going to support my goals and my vision moving forward? Okay, so let's close this up here. See it, tie it in. What type of vacation, downtime is your soul craving? I love it. The Empress. Yes, baby. Yes. This is time for you to soak it all in. I want you, Aries, to make this about you, okay? Nothing and no one is out to get you, to attack you, to take what you have earned, or to go after what you are going after. What is yours and yours alone. You already have it in your hands. You already have established it. You already have backup. You're on top of your game. And like I said, it's a perception shift. I feel like you've been feeling it, but now, like, here's that validation. Here's that note from the universe saying, you know what, Aries? Yes, you're right. You've arrived. You're solid. You're good. Tie up that past. Leave it behind. Close those doors. The people that want to come knocking, guess what? It's sealed off, baby. You can't. No one's going to hear you knocking no more. So with this Empress energy, again, downtime, you just revel in your success, revel in your good life, revel in your good fortune, and that of what's to come. So just decide on yourself. That's the question that you're going to ask yourself here, Aries. What do I really want most moving forward at this point? So tune in for more. Check in with us. Check out your, moon and rising signs, of course, as always. Hit us up, girlundermoon.com. This is a really exciting one, so, never know what's coming up next. But otherwise, best wishes and have a blessed full moon. What is up, Taurus? Happy Leo full moon. This is Kapualani. I've got your girl and her moon full moon reading here for the month of February. Let's see what's coming up. Okay. I'm hearing this, it sounds silly because Taurus, you're Earth, but I'm hearing grounding. Your message from the universe, Daughter of Wands. Okay, this is nice. If and where things have felt, I want to say stuck, stagnant, and maybe just not as inspired, or just if you just haven't really been in that more playful, lighthearted mode, it's coming, okay? So This Daughter of Wands energy, Taurus, is an invitation for you. I'm hearing like keep your eyes peeled, keep your senses open. This is a space for something of like an energetic refresher. If and where you felt again less inspired, less sort of excited or motivated about anything, you know what I'm saying? It's just been kind of blah, whatever, or not even blah, just me, you know. This is that more playful energy coming through, and it makes sense, you know, Leo moon energy. And that fixed sort of kindred spirit fixed sign vibe with the fire coming through. There's a revitalization of the inner child again, playfulness big time. So this is your opportunity to just allow for your senses to really titillate you, like stop and smell the roses, enjoy, you know, not trying to overindulge ourselves, but the simple pleasures, okay? What will this full moon bring into your awareness? Okay, family values is what I'm hearing. I really feel this significance for you, Taurus. Like with that inner child playfulness, that spark that's coming up again. I almost feel it like you just wanting to pounce out into the fields, you know, that sort of thing. There's a desire to connect. There's a desire to reestablish yourself among the flow. When I say flow, it's like I said, the more familial energy of people, places, experiences that just make you feel good. You know, like I said, there's a sensory type of vibe that I'm present to for you here, Taurus. It's really nice because I mean I feel it's so true to your nature, that earthy kind of, you know, tactile energy with the food and the coziness and all that stuff. So very much again, it's just bringing to yours, and you know, you may even feel like your house and home could use a bit of a shift, so you might decide to move some things around, maybe not do a whole revamping or redecorating, but I feel like some new energy coming in to the home space. So what will you need to revisit? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, yep. Cycles. It's time to shift. Like I said, I felt earlier when I say, okay, grounding, and then I'm like, no. It's like if things have felt a little bit plateaued, that's the word that I'm looking for. You're getting into that swing of things. You're getting that spark of ignition to catalyze change again. So the wheel's going to start turning, okay? So I feel this energy now, like, okay, looking back at what you've been through, the experiences, hardships, challenges, sacrifices that you have moved through and overcome, as well as the successes, the joys, and the pleasures, and all that good stuff. Okay. Again, I'm getting this re-establishing the connections that maybe it's like, you know, wax and wane and life and la 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 la. And so touching back in on people, places, again, experiences, things that just make you feel good, that really connect to you on a core level. And so be open to the signs and trust your instincts. And just know that this isn't like a forever commitment thing, it's a spark to help get the movement, get things circulating, flowing again. Okay, let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. Breathe. Okay. I get it. Change, Taurus, change. It's gonna be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's kind of like I see, if you're looking, you know, this sweet serpent, being like, oh, I mean, maybe not so much a serpent, but like, gosh, where do I go? What do I do? And getting lost and all of that. You know, don't get lost. It's okay. Take a breath. Like I said, this is not a forever committal thing. And so, as advice, I almost want to say, this is going to sound strange, but don't feel bad if you're kind of just needing to sleep it off. I mean, we're just talking about the full moon here. This is not like the whole month of February. I mean, hey, maybe you need the whole month of February to just focus on sleeping. But I want to say, like, it's not pay attention. There's something here I just want to say, whatever you can do to be mindful in terms of your mental state of being and things that stress you out, I think that's where I was getting that message from spirit. Ground, get grounded. Because when I see the swords, I think of just, and just want to just calm things down so we breathe and ground. Okay? All right. That being said, what sort of break, what sort of downtime can your soul sort of work with? Oh, yeah. 3 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, see, you're just feeling the motion in the ocean. You're feeling things moving again, and it is causing a little bit of stress and anxiety. Nothing that you can really put into words. It's something that's more of a nervous system type of feeling. So that's where I encourage you, again, just conscious breathing, going out for some nice meditative walks to burn off the energy, the fire. So nothing heavy duty, nothing hardcore, just things that are going to be, you can feel, okay, I'm starting to kind of feel back in my body. I'm clearing out all of this stress and the type energies, because even excitement is stress. Even happy things are stressful, because change is stressful. And so this 3 of Wands is just, it's okay, let things come together. This is a note toward past, present, and future when we see the energy of 3 especially. And so it's just say, you're just be aware that that's what you're feeling. You're feeling those energies of past, present, and future starting to kind of tickle, just vibrate, tickle your energy body and stuff. So that's all. That's it. Just very, very simple. Just be connected to your body, ground, have some nice comforting grounding foods. Of course, not about just overdoing anything, but otherwise, Taurus, make sure to check out your rising sign, your moon sign for some added insights. Visit withusgirlinnermoon.com to schedule a session of your very own, and have a blessed full moon. Hello, Gemini. Wishing you bright Leo full moon blessings. This is Kapualani here. Got your girl and her moon February full moon reading. Okay, Gemini, I want to say the tide is high, so I'm holding on. Like, the tide is high, so hold on. There's I almost feel like maybe things haven't been too grounded for you, seeing this star energy. Your cards are just coming out right now, Gemini, in a little bit of a different way, so I'm just going to go with it. Your message from the universe, because we've got wish card, wish energy here. Something, I feel like you're in something of a daydream space right now. This is really interesting. I see your psychic energy body really opening up and expanding into this very beautiful, like, anything's possible kind of space. So it's really lovely. However, and I don't want to crash your party, Gemini, but I really, really want you to remember to ground in that future timeline potential. It's really gorgeous. It's something that I feel like you could really, what's the word that I'm looking for? You could get really excited, with this energy. And it's because of your airy nature. I feel like there's a potential to, like, fluctuate and maybe just get carried away. And that can lead to burn off. It can lead to kind of misdirecting the focus. And so that's where I'm like, okay, there's a potential here for you to unlock a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment, a lot of just, I want to say, future potential for certain things to align right now. And so that's where it's like, it's really critical, Gemini, that you ground in all of that future timeline potential. And I mean, there might be a lot. And so remember, you're only one person here and now. And so ground in, and when you've got that big picture of excitement that your spirit just feels so excited about and so present to, it's like, get it, totally get it. That's where it's saying, okay, so on the human level, on the human side, this is where you're being invited. Okay, what's being brought into your awareness? Fulfillment. What truly brings you joy on a day, just on a simple day-to-day level. We got the big picture. Wow, and it's amazing. And yes, anything is possible. And we got to start somewhere. And that's with the right here, right now. Okay? So, what do you need to revisit? We're going to do this a little bit differently. Yeah. Okay. So burdens, challenges. There's some things that you're still having to work out, Gemini. This might have to do with generational stuff, generational healing, self healing. This may even because of the wands dealing with life force, chi, energy, movement. This may have to do with certain burdens, obstacles, responsibilities that you're carrying within your household and with your physical, with your body, either your physical body or physical energy, things being tied up, things feeling burnt out. And so that's where it's just like taking that time to balance. Because you see, like, these are kind of water and the fire in a more smoky kind of way, not like flaming, but smoky. There are things that I feel are kind of potentially clouding your perception right now. And, it might even be creating a sense of feeling like, oh gosh, like, are those dreams even possible? You know what I mean? So let's get some advice with that being said. Yet, like I said, ground it in. I love this. Thank you, Spirit. We got some magic here, Gemini. Everyone planetarily, I fully in my heart and soul know that we've got spirit guides working with us. Like you've got something that you're on, Gemini. If you're a Gemini watching this, you got some things that you're wanting, and you're like, gosh, how am I going to get there? How am I going to make all this possible? We just take it one step at a time. Four of Pentacles, just make it real, what you can see, hold, and touch. Look at your current routines, look at your current habits, look at your current day-to-day cornerstones, like when you wake up in the morning, when you're going through your day, when you go to sleep at night. Who are you surrounded by? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. It's just about keeping it real and taking it step by step in that regard. Taking, you know what I mean? Piece by piece in that kind of way. Okay? All right. So let's see what sort of vacation, what sort of downtime your soul is craving. Yeah, you want to play. I get it. Go play, go play, go play. Because we need some circulation. Here it is, finding a little bit of bright fire. Okay, so air things out if and where you're feeling your air, your mental body energy might be feeling stuffy or stagnated. Just like honestly open the windows, air out your room, air out your home, like go for a walk. I'm not telling you to freeze yourself out because I know in some places it's literally like cold freezing. So but I just mean get some circulation, open the door for just like a minute or two, you know what I mean, just to get some air circulation. It's really important. I'm just big time for you. But otherwise with this Daughter of Wands, okay, just easy playfulness, jokes, like just being in that lighthearted space to find that spark in life and follow it, and not have to focus on creating these huge massive bonfires or these huge massive expectations of like, okay, I have a dream and boom, yes, we made it happen. It's going to happen. Okay, don't overwhelm yourself. Stick to the easy stuff in the childlike space and let that guide you. Okay, Gemini. So definitely, I do hope that this has aligned, but visit with your moon and rising signs for some added guidance and insight, of course. Visit with us, girllearnermoon.com, to schedule a personal session of your own. And thanks so much for being here. Have a good one. Hi, Cancer. Happy Leo full moon. I was like, wait, Leo full moon. Yes, it's Leo full moon. This is Kapualani here with your girl and her moon. February full moon reading. So let's see what we've got, Cancer. Okay, I'm hearing these words. Opening up. Things opening up. Yeah. Okay, so your message from the universe, Cancer, what you need to hear from the universe what makes you happy? You know, if you're feeling good, awesome. But ultimately, the universe is saying, like, how are things looking for you on a happiness and fulfillment level? Especially because you are water sign and this is a water energy. 9 is that wish card. And so, what is it that you wish for most right now, Cancer? You know, this is a time for you to make those considerations because, you know, you may have a lot that you're happy about and happy with in your own life. But I also feel this reflective state, this reflective period opening up for you. And I feel you feel it too, because it's not like you're totally dissatisfied or unhappy, but it's this kind of feeling of like wanting like a little bit more, because this is 9 out of 10. You know what I mean? And so it's a moment to pause and reflect upon, okay, with my current interactions, with my current habits, and with my current lifestyle, and da 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 da, like, how happy do each of these things make me? So, for example, like the easiest way I can relate it to is with chalices, cups. I think of food and, you know, what you drink and whatnot. I just drink water, so I'm kind of boring. But my point is, it's like, has it lost its taste? Has it lost its flavor? And, you know, what does that mean for you? And you know, that's where it's not anything that's negative. I feel like it's just, you know, sign of the times, it's like the turning of the tides. So let's see what this full moon will be bringing to your awareness. Yep. House home, like I said, in terms of what you can see, hold, and touch, this is a moment to really, you know, I don't feel like you're like any sense of, like I said, dissatisfaction, or like you have like no gratitude. I feel like you're very grateful, Cancer. And so I feel like that's where, when you are in this reflective state, it's like, hey, you know what? When I look at what I've built for myself, when I look at like literally from the ground up, how far I've come, like everything, career, house, home, whatever the case may be, it's like, you know what? I'm doing pretty good, you know? Look at the solid foundations that you have established. I remember, like I said, 9 out of 10. And so realizing maybe it's not something physical, maybe it's not something materialistic, monetary, but again, it's that joy. And why, right? Why? When I've got everything I could ever possibly want, I mean, you know, just all things considered, respectfully considered, right? Like the needs and the wants are pretty fulfilled, you know? On the joy level, it's like, but why? Why does it feel like there's just, you know, not that there's something missing, because this is a 9, this is satisfaction, this is joy. And again, I don't feel a lack, but I do feel that there is just that little bit of extra, Cancer, that your soul is kind of like calling you to, and you're kind of figuring out, what is that, you know, what is that calling? And so that's where it's like, ground yourself, take a look at what you've established, not for the sake of just kind of saying, okay, yeah, you just got to be satisfied, but that's how you can actually figure it out. Like, you know what I mean? Knowing that, hey, maybe it isn't, again, materialistic or whatever, but it's something in my heart. And it's something that is just about like a lifestyle thing, a day-to-day thing of what I do on a day-to-day level, or what I can, not as a chore or a task, but just the fact that, hey, maybe each day it's up to me, right? To recognize and be in that joyful state, if I'm just kind of like distracted or whatever and not really focused in that place. So what do you need to revisit? That being said, yeah, take a moment to pause, look at things from a different perspective, go inward. Okay. This is the time to mind your vulnerabilities. When I see this particular hangman, I always tend to think of how that bat has its wings folded and it's protecting its soft belly, you know, that underbelly and whatnot. And so this is telling me also to, I feel like there might be something with your digestion, Cancer, stomach, belly, digestion. So be mindful of maybe even what you're eating. They're taking this in a little bit of a shift, month, but that's totally cool. We're just going to roll with it because the messages are what they are. So if you've been enjoying yourself, because we did have the recent holidays and whatnot, and you're wondering like, oh gosh, what's going on, blah, blah, I feel like it's just a matter of tuning into your body, removing yourself from distractions, and like it's almost like you going back into your shell. Like if you've been really doing a lot or very active, social, whatnot, this is a time just kind of hunker down and be a little bit more like, even though I do naturally think of you as like home based Cancer, obviously, it's saying to really just kind of appreciate the home environment that you've actually established and built for yourself because it's pretty good. Like, advice for a smooth full moon. Yes, enjoy it. Okay, so follow your heart. Son of Cups, do mind, I feel it again, what you're ingesting. I don't want to make too big of a deal on it, but I guess it's just like if you have especially certain sensitivities, okay? If you're not, don't worry about it. With the Son of Cups, it's just have fun, follow your heart, be spontaneous, listen to your instincts, and like those gut instincts, especially when it comes to what I said, like, okay, what's going on? Like, I have everything that I could possibly want. So, and like I said, it's just the day to day and how you're approaching your day to day. So that's where it's like, give yourself that freedom to say, you know what? I don't have to feel such heavy duty responsibility or burdens on me. I actually like my life is pretty good right now. So you know what? I'm just gonna go and like de-stress and have fun a little bit. So have at it, Cancer. Seriously, I know you are like more than anything, more than anyone. Just it's such a hard worker. So, all right. What sort of vacation is your soul craving? That being said, oh yeah, change things up. Change things up. You're ready for a breakthrough. You're ready for a shift. If you've heard me refer to you before this way, Cancer, I always think with the crab shell, like when your crab is shedding its shell, it's sensitive, and so it needs time to sort of, when it's building its new shell, when it's growing the new shell, needs time to sort of reestablish. So I feel like maybe there's a bit of that old shell that's kind of like, and you need to kind of, someone to help you pull it off and free you up in that way, or just kind of doing that for yourself. But you're ready for a shift. You're ready for a change where things have felt stagnated or stuck. I feel like the bigger pieces are set up. So just go and have fun. It's like there's a total shift. It's like if you've been in really, really big work mode, suddenly it's like, okay, we're going to reverse things now. And woohoo, here you go, Cancer. You're done. Go and play. Something like that. So Cancer, don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs for some added insight info. And check us out, girlinnermoon.com, to book a session of your very own and have a blessed full moon. Thanks for being here. Leo, what's up? This is Kapualani. Happy Leo full moon. Got your full moon here with your girl and her moon. Excuse me. February full moon reading. Okay, Leo. Let's get your messages from the universe. Pull that one. Okay. So, Leo. Patience, persistence, keep working at it. I almost want to say with this right now, especially with this full moon, it's like you're the center of your universe. So I want to be like, this is a time for you to, even though these are pentacles, I'm hearing like mind your energy body, just because I'm always so tuned into this web and that hole at the top of the web. So there's something here about shifting your focus and your priorities, because there's something that you're currently working on that's going to require you to put in a little bit more effort. Like, don't give up. This isn't the end. There's still a bit more to come. So keep going here. Let me just tune in. We're gonna move. Sorry. They're like, I have all these different messages coming at me at once. Forgive me, Leo. What will this full moon bring into your awareness? So we've got Two of Swords, interesting, and the moon that both popped up here. Okay. Okay. Don't deviate from your course. You don't necessarily, yeah, you don't have to do anything differently, but it's like I said, it's more about shifting gears and preparing for a more long term, like development, long term process. And it's not a bad thing. I feel like this gives you time to sort of pace yourself. This gives you time to like manage your fire, Leo. You're a fixed fire. And so it can sometimes, finding that balance, that perfect balance of too much or too little, you want to find that sort of sweet spot, right? And I feel like that's what's happening right now with how far you've come and with the planetary alignments, all that good stuff. Obviously, this Leo full moon, this is a space for things to start turning, that turning point. And so there's less effort required of you, okay? In terms of pushing or in terms of figuring anything out. Okay, this is about sort of just surrendering to that shift, being mindful to the shift, and knowing that things are definitely in development right now. Okay, what you need to revisit. Don't overthink things, Leo. Don't overthink. It's gonna be okay. I totally get it. Totally get it firsthand. So this is where it's saying you have looked over everything you could possibly look over. You've considered everything you could possibly considered. Like I said, this is time to just breathe, okay? What you can't figure out, what you don't know what to do next, take a step out, get some fresh air, forget about it, okay? You've already done everything you can possibly do. Now, it's just about taking it step by step, moment by moment, and trusting your instincts. Because especially with this moon, it's inviting you into that space, right? To trust your gut, trust your instincts, to open up and surrender to the unknown. And that moon with the womb, it's that, symbolism of that things are developing and that change is underway. And so it can be a little bit stressful. I totally honor it. But with the 10 of Swords, it's also an indication that those periods of overthinking, those periods of not trusting your own thoughts or being able to just kind of let go or whatnot, you're shifting out of that, okay? So let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon. Yes, 6 of Wands. Okay, be proud of yourself, Leo. Really, and surround yourself by energies, people, places, experiences, whatnot, that really mirror the success that you see, feel, and desire for yourself. Okay, because the 6 of Wands is also that energy of success, of victory. It's very much symbolic, and a reminder, excuse me, that you've already won, you've already overcome, you've already succeeded. Okay, and whatever it is that you are looking to expand into, to move into next, you're already on your way. Okay, you're already on your way. We can't force the next steps, we can't force change. This is about trusting and knowing, hey, you know what, my timing is just right, I'm not off at all. And you don't have to second guess yourself. You can trust with the fire, you can trust your instincts and the timing, that your body is like, this is time to go. Now it's time to do this. Like if it's about, posting something or whatever, it's like, gosh, when do I this? When do I? It's like, just post it when it feels right. It's good. Don't even trip. So last but not least, let's get what kind of vacation is your soul craving? I love it. Yes, here we go. 9 of Pentacles. So, Leo, with this energy of 9 of Pentacles, it's saying really embrace and prepare to reflect upon the good that you've totally established for yourself, that you're managing, the good that's underway, knowing that everything that you have created, everything that you have manifested so far is divinely protected. You are being divinely guided, and this is a moment for you to rest, to breathe, to feel like you have, accomplished something, that you have succeeded in terms of where you're going, and how far you've come. Okay, so Leo, check out your moon and rising signs for some added guidance. Don't hesitate, of course, to visit with us, girlandhermoon.com, to schedule a session of your very own and enjoy this full moon. Be blessed. Take a load off. Let go of the stress, Leo. And it's all good. It's all good. Okay? So have a beautiful full moon. Take care. Happy Leo full moon, Virgo. Kapualani here, and I've got your girl and her moon February full moon reading. Let's see what's coming up. Okay, Virgo. I'm just gonna get that one. Okay. Nice and slow, take it easy. Things are coming together, Virgo. What you have your eye on, if you're feeling anxious or like in a rush, to like, oh gosh, like I get this feeling of worrying, like you're not gonna make it, or like you're gonna be too late or something. You're not. Okay, Virgo, you're not. And so right now the universe is saying, step back and look at the bigger picture. And remember that whatever it is that you don't have direct control over right here and right now, this is a time to just, give it up to your guides, and, any of the stress, any of the sort of anxieties or whatnot, and realize this is a time of integration. This is a time to reestablish how far you've come and to lock back into your why, your sacred why. Like, why am I doing this? Why is this so important to me? Why do I, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, so that you can really not, I want to say it's like something about not overshooting yourself for some reason, like not overdoing it, going overboard, burning yourself out, so to speak. Okay, because with that temperance, it's that fire, the water. We want to bring the heart and soul energies into balance, into alignment, okay? And not oversaturate one way or the other, or underdo one way or the other, right? And so I feel like, if and where you may also be lacking some confidence in yourself, that's where it's saying give yourself that little bit of a time to recover, and to keep, so that you can have that energy. This is a time to recover, so you can have the energy to keep going. Okay. All right. What will this full moon bring into your awareness? Yep. Prioritizing your future goals with your responsibilities right here, right now. Okay, with this Mother of Pentacles, and I love this for you, Virgo, Earth energy, Earth Mama energy here, Mother of Pentacles. This is like saying, take care of yourself. Again, I feel like there's something where you're looking, like this distraction outside of you that's kind of potentially creating a little bit of anxiety. But the guidance again is just saying, listen, it's gonna be okay. Kind of like when I see a mother and a child, and you know how the kid is like, I want to go out and play, all the kids, blah, blah, blah. And the mom's like, where's your coat? And where's your shoes? And where's your this? And where's your that? And where's your hat? And it's like, it's just like, listen, it's for your own good. I didn't know you get that, because I totally, the Virgo energy with the planning and like the details, whatnot. So you're really going to love shifting into this gear. You're going to love it. You have all the time in the world to get there, and it's not to take for granted, not to take time for granted, but this particular time that we're in with this particular energy of this Leo full moon, this Leo, you know what I mean? It's just about, look at what is, the most important priority in your life right here, literally from the ground up. What are you responsible to? Who are you responsible to? What are your responsibilities to yourself and to those others? And all that considered, what type of future are you seeing for yourself and, and those others that you may be responsible for? Not that you need to design their futures too, but it's about those future legacies and having the foundations that are, establishing the foundations for that future. Okay. So when you need to revisit, transformation. Yep. you are let go of the past. There's something about like whatever stresses from the past, whatever self-healing, whatever like that you've been transforming, transmuting through. This is a time to again, it's shifting gears. You've come far. You've done a lot. You've grown tremendously. There's something to be said about shedding who we once were, so that who we are, who we are becoming can become, can come into being. And so with this revisitation, it's take it slow, follow the natural flow. Remember what I was saying? Like I just could feel like you're not being left behind in any way. Okay, this is just about everything needing to like the cycles that we're all sort of moving through. The timing isn't like it doesn't exactly look like all the same, you know what I mean, in terms of everyone's individual experiences. And so that's where, that message, Virgo, is to trust your own divine timing. Okay, trust it by going inward and by continuing to love, care for, prioritizing yourself and those direct extensions, like if you have children, for example, but your inner child, your wants and needs, your actual security, like I said, and future security for that matter, because you're evolving, you're growing, you are shedding who you once were. Okay, so advice for a smooth full moon. I love this. There's a lot of spirit guidance with you, Virgo, and I realize we all have guides. We're all spiritually guided at all times, but definitely, you're receiving insight, messages, guidance from your higher self. This is absolutely a time where you don't have to figure anything out at all, really. It's just about lining up and trusting your choices in the here and now, and understanding how are my choices here and now affecting my future, and where my future, how my future is developing, and who I'm surrounding myself by, all that good stuff. And so gather the information that you need where it matters. So if you are, for example, trying to relocate, or you're thinking about certain changes that are, in the mundane, this is where it's saying be open to not only like tuning into your higher guidance, your higher voice, but do a bit of deeper investigating, bring that into the 3D somehow and apply it. So if you're feeling guided, like, oh, how a lot of people just feel like, oh, I want to move soon, I want to relocate, blah, 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 but I don't know where. And then you start seeing all these signs for places, and you're like, I never thought about moving to blah, blah, blah before. Maybe you should start looking into it. Nobody's telling you to up and move. I'm not saying to go and do that, but it's saying to investigate, okay? So don't be going making some funky decisions and blaming me here, okay? Because like it's just about checking things out. We're not trying to make some huge choices at this time. Although, you know what, if they're coming up for you, then that's okay. So what sort of vacation is your soul craving? Yeah, being right here, right now, gathering that information. Like I said, if you are feeling like, where I'm at, don't know if I really need to be here anymore. I feel like, I'm supposed to, maybe I gotta go somewhere new, or like even if it's a work, situation, whatnot. Then that's where it's saying, listen to that higher voice, do your research, check out, see, again, like I said, what the wants and the needs, and what truly aligns and vibes with you and the present, and not what used to. Okay. So you've got, Virgo, I feel like keep it simple, focus on being just right here, right now. Again, if and where things have recently been maybe a bit more heavy, whatnot, just allow for the shifts, allow for the full moon energies to guide you gently. And don't worry, like I said, you're not going to miss out on anything. In fact, this is an opportunity for you to get things moving, get things flowing, but in a nice, comfortable way. Okay, so Virgo, don't forget, check out your moon and rising signs. Get some extra guidance there. Visit withusgirlormoon.com as well, just to schedule a session of your very own. So I'm going to wish you the very best and brightest full moon blessings. Thanks so much for being here. Take care. Till next time. Hey Libra, happy Leo full moon. This is Kapualani with your Girl on Her Moon February full moon reading. Okay, so first up, Libra, Mother of Swords, what you need to hear from the universe. Self-care. I don't necessarily go to self-care right away when I see the Mother of Cups, Libra, because generally, the Mother of Cups is the caregiver, tends to be the caregiver, but I just heard self-care come up right away. So that's where I think of the Mother of Cups with boundaries. So being mindful of your boundaries. And I almost feel, you may have, maybe not. For some of you, they may have like this more, open heart energy. And so that's where it's saying have those boundaries, because, you gotta, know yourself and realize how sensitive you truly are, and that I don't feel you're really giving yourself enough credit for it, Libra. And so therefore others may not see you as sensitive. You know what I mean? They might just see, like with the Mother of Cups, even though it's flow and water and there's this grace and healing energy. The wing fanned out with the swan. People don't realize swans are actually very territorial. And with that Mother of Cups, no problem, like sort of letting her voice be heard when you have crossed those boundaries. And I know you can definitely relate with that, Libra. And so that's where it's saying mind your energy field, mind your energy body, mind your surroundings, your company right now. Feel like I want to go to this one next. Yeah, that Mother of Wands energy, because there's something about protecting your future interests, your future investments. I said self-care. This, I tend to think of kind of both of these, well, more this one, the Mother of Wands, because I think of health with the fire and the life force in that regard. And so again, I'm hearing protecting your self-interests, realizing your own creative potential. I feel like you've been a giver and you've been giving a lot, but it's just not being seen or well received or received in the way that you're intending. And so this is the universe saying bring all of that effort, all of that energy, all of that passion, that fire that you're putting out to others and into other experiences, bring that into you. And I feel like you're ready for it. I feel like you may have been even feeling that yourself, Libra, but then I can also feel you going, well, but then if I do that, people are just gonna give them what they want. It's just gonna say, oh yeah, she really is that way. It's just like, you know what? Who cares? And you know what? No, it doesn't. Like, what is it that they say? Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter type thing. So there's something here with the water and the fire, your soul, your spirit, your heart, your life force. There's something here with you going inward and bringing like the care, the attention, anything that you've been giving outwardly, bring it back into yourself, Libra, big time, because you're very deserving. This is your time to shine. You have, I almost want to say, whatever it is that you're putting yourself into, your goals. I feel like, and I know I can say this for like anybody, but for you, I feel like you could say that there might be a lot at stake. And if it's not necessarily financially or whatnot, your heart, your effort, your pride, whatever the case may be, for you, it just, there's something about whatever it is that you have your sight set on or your focus. It really means a lot to you. And so that's where Spirit is saying, bring it back in, refuel. Okay. What you need to revisit. Mother of Swords. Yep. Look at all these mother energies. Yep. Be on the lookout. Okay. Be on the lookout. I feel like not just look at the bigger picture. Be on the lookout. Seeing, removing yourself and detaching from drama. Remove yourself and detach. Step aside, step away. Don't get sucked into the convo. Like, stay out of the conversation. Stay out of it. It's just a temporary shift. You're going to be better off. Like, you're in this space, like I said, as you pull back, as you prioritize your actual self. Like, people don't see this, Libra. They don't see how much you actually do your best to give. They don't see how much you like strain or drive yourself crazy to put yourself out there. And so that's why it's saying, you know what? Stop, pull back. You have air, Libra, and you're cardinal air. And so that's where I feel like you need to give yourself that credit in controlling it. And so, like, pull back and see what happens. You know, observe and see how people's personalities, see how certain events, or, you know, not just dealing with people, but the efforts that you put into certain things, see how it all plays out. And then, you know, once you are clear in yourself that you even have to, because these mother energies are saying right now, you're like, you don't have to do anything. This is a space where it's saying shift those gears to allow things to come to you. So whatever information you don't have, that's why it's saying remove yourself from the chaos and the distractions and let the answers come to you. Okay? That's all you got to do. So let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. I mean, kind of like all that being said, yes, you do have certain investments you've already made, and there's things that are in the process. Yeah, things are in process right now of coming into fruition. Whatever you have invested yourself in previously, I almost feel like, and I could be wrong, but I'm just hearing years. There's something about even years ago. There's gonna be a return, something coming back to like pay it forward, pay you back, or just balance things out in some way. Enjoy. It's like, enjoy the fruits of your hard work and don't feel inclined to have to share it with anybody right now. And protect it. You know, it's you don't need the validation, you know. And it's okay, like it's okay for, you know, when people who share it, we're excited, blah blah blah. But in this case, it's kind of saying, you know what, you need to take care of you right now and just allow. Okay, so see how the work that you've already put in, it's just effortlessly going to be paying itself back. All right, what type of vacation, what type of downtime is your soul craving? Yeah, you're looking forward to what's coming through, putting things together, that creative psychic vision of things that are more underway. um okay, yeah, this is sort of like a pivot point energy that I'm getting. And that's where I say, okay, it's a moment of pause, a moment to just be here now, because things are developing. Yeah, you're in a turning point sort of state right now, Libra. So don't, I want to, not trying to take anything for granted, but it's like, don't worry what you are holding space for, what you have been working so hard for. And I'm getting it again. They're like, even maybe from like years ago, you're going to see signs of life. You're going to see like certain things standing out. I'm like, huh. And maybe even like, honestly, maybe not that deep. I was gonna say maybe you forgot about it. But anyway, Libra, have a blessed and bright full moon. Check out your moon and rising signs for added insights, of course. Visit withthisgirlinamoon.com and have a good one. Take care. Thanks so much. Happy Leo full moon, Scorpio. Kapualani here with your girl and her moon February full moon reading. Whoops. Woo. Just getting excited here. Okay. Well, there we go, Scorpio. So what you need to hear from the universe this full moon. Four of Wands. You know, the first thing that I heard was new beginnings, taking a look at things, first of all, from a clear perspective. Where are you blocked if your perspective hasn't felt clear? There's something here also, because this deals with vision, and it deals with things coming together, creating and establishing a new foundation for how you also kind of go about doing things. This may relate with also, not exactly, it doesn't have to be brand new relationships or partnerships coming together, but it can deal with obviously pre-existing relationships and seeing those relationships in a new way, having sort of a new sort of like foundation for the relationship to kick off on, you know. So I feel like there's a space for pre-existing relationships again to form a new kind of creative platform, a new sort of energetic foundation, you know. Kind of, it's so meaning that if and where things may have felt a little bit misaligned or not quite exciting or not on the same page, that I see things kind of starting to come into focus again, okay? And or where you may have lost sight or clarity, things are starting to come into focus again, okay? So let's see what this full moon's going to be bringing to your awareness. That being said, temperance, yep. Okay, so really interesting here. Because both like the blue with kind of a watery feeling with the fire of the wands, and then here the water and the fire. So you have some alchemy, I feel, on a soul level. There's a lot of creative energy, I feel, wanting to catalyze into some new beginnings. Scorpio, take that for what it, you know, whatever it means for you. It just blue came through. Integration, and I feel like finding a happy balance, you know. So I almost want to say tempering your passions, and I don't know why, but I feel you sort of, for whatever reason, I'm getting this like visual or this vibe of like when you're in deep water, you know, you're in the deep in the water, but for whatever reason I feel you sort of coming up to surface. Like there's a shift that's happening to where if you were in the deep, suddenly it's like whoop, things are going to be popping up into like a lighter space. And so I'm hearing this energy of like, you know, realizing, I don't even, I think it's just like going to be a natural shift. Like I just see you naturally being whatever, I don't know why, but I just see you having been in this bubble, Scorpio, and not that that bubble is going anywhere, but if in that bubble you were like, okay, I'm gonna go under my rock, because you know it's Scorpions, I think if they, that's where, you know, they like to be under the rocks and stuff. So I'm gonna go into my safe space, right, that deep place where nobody can bug me. And then it's like, oh look, there's a bright light up there, I'm just gonna just woo, and then you just pop up there and you, so I don't know, there's just some, so there's a, it's something about really, there's going to be an automatic shift, and the things that were very heavy, I feel like you see a brighter side to it all, you know. But there's something to where there's a shift that happens, a shift, yes. And you see a brighter side to it all. So let's see what you might need to revisit. I love it. House, home, feeling good, those connections, mother connections. Like for whatever reason, I do feel you craving and benefiting from this more like maternal energy, Scorpio. So whether it's you just connecting obviously with your own core maternal instincts to like self-care, and or it's like where being responsible to like house and home and like family, that sort of thing, where that may bring a sense of fulfillment, because that can be very fulfilling, obviously, you know. I mean, not when you're just on, but just in the ebbing and flowing of things, obviously. And so as a revisitation, it's something about, I don't know why, but I'm really present to the like kick your like focusing on your core maternal instincts, and or like like a maternal energy to like if you are craving that, for example, like if you're craving time with your mother or something in that regard, and or you know what I'm saying, or if you don't have access to your mother, or if that relationship is strained, then having a heal, you know, obviously bringing that into that relationship with yourself, and healing that from the inside out. And I feel like it's just because we're looking at this Mother of Pentacles, it's, I feel something tactile about it, you know, in terms of you just really looking at the life that you have been able to establish for yourself in a way that you can really honestly feel good about it and proud of yourself, you know? So, advice for a smooth full moon. The Emperor, okay, practicality, patience. There's no need to have to get jittery, jumpy, and excited about anything. I actually see and feel like this full moon should be very calming and grounding for you. And if things have been unstable, or if there have been situations that have been unstable, or unexpected, upsetting, because there's so much going on right now, obviously, I feel you not only being a stabilizing force, but feeling it yourself, because it's one thing for others to feel comforted by you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that inside ourselves we've got it all together. And because healers need healers, strong people need other strong people to, or just others to lean on, and so with this Emperor energy as advice, it's saying that, to look at the bigger picture, and you're really being in a space to take time to be non-reactive, to look at the long term, and to not make any kind of major sudden shifts or changes, because there's things that are still in development right now. So just allow. Okay. What kind of downtime is your soul craving? Oh, yeah. You're ready for those new beginnings. You're ready for that clarity. You're ready for peace to be restored, balance to be restored, not having to kind of wait and see what's going to happen next. Like, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. You're ready for the sun to come out. You're ready for like that peaceful dove. I'm just getting it again. Peace to be restored out of the shadows into the light, the new cycles. We can have the firm, nice, earth ground underneath our feet, and like, okay, yes, everything's okay. You want that peace to come back. And so hang in there, okay, Scorpio, if it's been a little bit bouncy, because I do see grounding energies and support definitely around you. So if oh yes, don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, and visit withusgirlonthemoon.com, .com, if there's any guidance or support you should need in the meantime. So thank you so much for being here. Bright full moon blessings, Sagittarius, Leo full moon. And this is Kapualani here with your Girl and Her Moon February full moon reading. Let's see what's coming up, Sag. Okay. What you need to hear from the universe. Patience. Keep at it. This isn't a time to stop what you're doing. Whatever long-term goals or projects that you are working toward, this is a time to refine and not change things up entirely. But it's like kind of saying, going back over your work, taking the time to like cross the T's, dot the I's, whatnot. I want to also say, find your center. This is a time to, that's what this is all for. Time to find your balance, find your center, because you are a sensitive individual, Sag. And so this is, I feel, it's a nice grounding feeling, while not like kind of making it feel like weighed down. Because I know for Sages, you guys are all about your freedom. And so it's nice because there's a little bit of a feeling that there's a change up. You can switch things up here, but it's not an extreme, like we're going completely off, you know what I mean, onto new begin. No. There's something that's underway, and so it's kind of like if and where, the monotony of the day to day. It's like, this is a time to where it's like, okay, I can switch things up a bit, but still be in a familiar, comfortable space. So let's see what the universe is bringing to your awareness. This full moon's bringing to your awareness. Yeah, I'm hearing house, home, the things that really bring you a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment right now. Really, like, take that time to appreciate and see what you have built for yourself, what you are establishing for yourself. Because yes, there are still yet goals and dreams, future manifestations that you're working toward, that are underway. And so the universe is giving you this time to pause and say, wow, look at how far I've come, and how much less effort I have to put into the things that I had to, from when I started. And you're in this position to have the freedom to kind of change things around a little bit, be a bit more malleable and flexible, perhaps with your time and energy and your money, your resources, whatever the case may be. Things are opening up, and hey, maybe you're not at that big goal, that dream that you have for yourself, but you're in a really good position to make things happen nonetheless. So let's see what you might need to revisit. Okay, yep. Staying strong, having faith, looking at, just really understanding that power is within your grasp. It's just about understanding what you want next, and really actually aligning yourself if you've forgotten what you're working toward. Because, like I said, there's something in the bigger picture, in the long run, that you're working toward, that you've been working toward, whether it's career or whatever the case may be. And so I feel like, when you get to a certain point, it's not that you start to get less motivated or whatnot, but if you've not hit a certain level of success before, and you do hit a certain level of success, but it's not exactly at that, like I said, that zenith boom point that you always imagined, it's not the universe's way of saying, well, you just gotta accept what it is and be grateful for what you got and tough it. No, it's about saying, hey, this is just right here, right now. And look at where you are now versus when you started off at like 0 pentacles, right? It's saying, remember, you're much better off now than you used to be. So get caught up. Take this time to, I almost want to say it's like revisit, like, where you've, been, where you've come from, and who you are at this point, so that it can give you greater clarity on, okay, that, like I said, that wow goal, right? Does it still resonate with you or not? And or where you are still desiring more of a wow experience, the refinement part. Maybe, how is that shifting? How much closer are you now to that goal at this point than when you first started out? So it's a space to just say, okay, surrendering to the universe and just going to allow the opportunities to come to me. Advice for a smooth full moon. Yeah, I love it. So find the joy, find that sense of fulfillment in the day to day, from the inside out, from the heart center. 2 of Cups is just that core of, I feel it as that relationship within ourselves, of course, when we have that heart energy of our wants and needs within our own selves fulfilled, on a very mundane day-to-day type of level. And so focus on what brings you joy, focus on, in a sense of effortlessness and ease. Focus on the love that's in that you're surrounded by. If you do have a partner, in a way that it resonates with you at this time, especially focus on that bond, and or the future of and the support that you receive from that bond. Okay, what sort of downtime is your soul craving? Okay, you just want to have fun. So okay, I feel some honestly, some really nice positive energies here for you, Sag. Go set yourself free. Free yourself up. I feel like if you've taken on, and if you've been really busy, if you've been working a lot lately, if you've had just kind of a lot of busyness in your schedule, this is a time for you to just kind of take a break and go and have some fun. Maybe do a little, like, do a little like road trip type thing. And I'm not saying like a week long type thing, but just, if there's a nice kind of 2 hour, 1 or 2 hour drive somewhere cool, for a little, just a day visit, something like that, where you can just, stretch your legs, stretch your wings, like you feel the wind in your hair a little bit. I feel this energy for you, even if it's just like taking a break and having some fun, just from home and not having to actually drive anywhere. So, Sag, loosen up, have fun. I feel like this is gonna be the energies honestly for this Leo full moon should be very conducive to just good vibes. So check out your moon and rising signs for some added insight, of course, and visit with us, girlundermoon.com, to schedule a session of your own. And thanks so much for being here. Happy Leo full moon, Capricorn. This is Kapualani, and I've got your girl and her moon, full moon, for the month of February. Your reading for the month of February, excuse me. Okay. So what you need to hear from the universe this full moon, Capricorn, something from the past, because I'm hearing reunion, things that used to bring you joy. There's something about this energy that I'm just like present to like that word, like maybe nostalgic, things that are just making you reflect a lot on what makes you happy and what used to make you happy. And I just feel this kind of contemplation, this emotional contemplation going on. And so I feel like the universe is just inviting you to step into that space of exploring those layers of yourself, and especially if and where you haven't in a while. So again, things that bring you joy, things that make you feel comforted as well, because I'm just hearing just again that word pastimes. I'm just again with memories, this 9 of cups as well. And I don't know, all I can say is that it's just a very sort of nostalgic energy, and wanting to sort of root into just moments, not that you want to go back into the past or anything like that or relive the past, but it's like you can remember moments that were just really joyful, simple, or whatever the case may be. It's just whatever is just really coming up. And again, that word nostalgic, forgive me, but that's feeling very nostalgic. If for you, Capricorn, I just feel this energy, like this wave of an invitation to allow yourself to go into that sort of like dream like state. And I feel like there's something deeper there, like maybe something cathartic, perhaps. So let's see what this full moon be bringing to your awareness. That being said, okay. High Priestess. Yeah, something is getting attuned, coming online for you, Capricorn. Like those psychic senses, that's those really refined sort of energies are activating a lot, So I feel like your ability to see through things right now, it's going to be pretty heightened. And or even if you can't quite discern what the answer is, your senses are really going to be like heightened during this time. And so you may be a bit more like sensitive, a bit more I don't want to say reactive, because with this High Priestess, it's just saying to be aware that there are things in your field, there's things that I feel like incoming, and there's something here to where you might be anticipating it yourself, but there's no need to get like excited or to you know what I mean, to do anything about it. Not unless there's a clear like reveal, not unless it fully makes sense and aligns and resonates for you. So what you may need to revisit. Yeah, staying grounded. I don't know why, but they're like, focus on the point, focus on your why, don't get distracted. That's where I'm like, this kind of dreamy energy and whatnot, it may confuse what you're picking up on. Like, you might be feeling a lot right now, but your understanding and the clarity of what it all actually, how it all breaks down, may not be exact. Does that make sense? Like, just because you're feeling something, it doesn't mean that it's exactly what you're feeling. Does that make sense? Or you may not even know what it is that you're feeling. And so that's where it's saying, get grounded, stay on point, work from the inside out, focus on what you can see, hold, and touch. And so that's where I was saying earlier with this high priestess, you don't need to do anything about anything unless it's like money in the hand. You know what I mean? Unless you're like seeing it right there in front of you, you don't need to get excited or worked up about anything. Okay? So, advice for a smooth full moon. Nice. 10 of Cups. So, surround yourself. I want to say it's I don't know if this sounds silly, but it's like surround yourself in good company and go back. There's something here to where it's like you don't have to feel as though what you like you can never, like, the past is over and like everything's just over. I'm not saying you feel that way, but like I said, there's this feeling of nostalgia and a desire to go back to the past, and not exactly that, but a longing to feel that way again, and wondering like, am I ever going to have that feeling again, or just that sadness of like, oh, it's kind of like done and gone. But that's where spirit's like, but no, it's not. Like, look at what's right around you, you know, and it may not be exact to what you may have had or thought you wanted or whatnot, but that's where spirit's saying, stay focused and work from the inside out, and take a look at things from the ground up. Look at the value of what you're surrounded by and how that fuels you and or emotionally affects you, because, you know, there might be things that are, you know, negatively affecting you and whatnot. That might be the case. And so that's where you can then identify, okay, what is it, that bullseye? Okay, so what certification is your soul craving? Okay, patience. Have patience with yourself. Have patience with, I want to say, in certain ways, others. You don't really have to concern yourself with others in this case, because I see it as you just sort of working on your own projects. This is a time for you to really just, you know, I almost get this like reflection on, and it doesn't have to be deep, but just recognizing the value of like the house and the home and like your you know, the family type energy that you have in your life, and just about reflecting on it, just acknowledging it, but continuing to, I feel like, you know, chip away at your day to day, at whatever it is that you're working toward. Like, if you're in a job that you're like, actually I'm pretty content with my job, no, it's all pretty good, and da 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 da, then it's, you're in a good space then to say, hey, you know what, maybe there are some things from the emotional things coming up, or you might be feeling a certain way. And so it's not to say, invite you into a space to question everything, you know, in like a crisis, but it's just this just what this particular phase in time is ushering in. It's what it's catalyzing. It's what it's you know, how it's just happening to affect you, and it doesn't have to have any kind of like deeper meaning or something. It's just how you feel right now. And so I feel like what would really benefit you again is to, when you're looking outwardly, just the love, the connection, and if and where you're, you know, needing that, of course, lean on those people. But otherwise, with the Pentacles, with your Capricorn energy, that earth energy, it's staying grounded and continuing again to focus on what you can see, hold, and touch without, like I said, getting worked up or excited about things that are not right in front of you, you know? So it's kind of like when we stress ourselves out about what we can't control, like the past, the future, that sort of thing. you know, the usual Capricorn. So definitely check out your moon and rising signs for some added guidance. Visit withusgirlonthemoon.com to schedule a session of your very own. And thanks so much for being here. Take care. Aquarius. Happy full moon in Leo. This is Kapualani. I'm here with your girl and her moon February full moon reading. So I hope this finds you well. Let's see what we're coming up with here. Okay, message from the universe. Sorry, Aquarius is totally snorted. That's so funny. Sorry. Anyway, the Justice card. What you need to hear from the universe. Everything in moderation, all things in divine time and order. If you're feeling wronged somehow, Aquarius, I just gotta say, like, karma, don't worry about it. Karma will be on your side. And, you know, not that I think you've done anything, but karmically speaking, just be mindful that it's like for you, I don't know why, I'm just getting like fair due. It's gonna be like fair due process right now. I don't know why. It's like I see this, like almost like this feeling of a line being drawn in the sand. So it's like laying the ground, and if and where you've had boundaries that, like, you know, you don't want others to cross, or that you're establishing for yourself. I don't know why, but it's like I get this feeling of just, this is it. That's it. One and done. I'm done. Like there's something about this energy with the Justice card coming through, Aquarius, to where it's like you're seeing things in a different perspective entirely. And it's almost like, for whatever reason, it's an opportunity to just put what, like, just the past in the past once and for all, and just literally just and move on. I mean, it's very cut and dry energy that I'm picking up on. So let's see what this moon will be bringing to your awareness. Choices, decisions. Yeah, like where you've drawn a line in the sand. I don't know why it feels so heavy duty, Aquarius, but it's saying, you know, just focus on taking things step by step. You know, no matter, like, however it might be weighing on you, even, you know, maybe it's not that big of a deal, but it's just about right now focusing on the day to day and finding the balance between your wants and the needs in the day to day. There's something here definitely about finding the balance. Like if you've set goals for yourself, and, you know, I feel like it's almost like a cold turkey type thing, you're just gonna cut something off. And it's not that you can't do that, or like, oh, you shouldn't do that, but there's something here to where you're being encouraged to just find the balance. Like you don't have to, it's like black and white, not one or the other. You know what I mean? So you can find a way to integrate. You can find a way to harmonize the things that you want and the things that you need. I feel like, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I just get this feeling that it has to do with other people. Like you drawing a line with other people and being like, listen, I made decisions for myself and this is what I'm going to be doing. So like, you can do what you want with that. And it's not about being harsh, but I feel like this energy of just feeling done, you know? So what you might need to revisit. Yeah. Peace. Breathe, breathe, breathe. My fierce Aquarius, breathe. Peaceful transitions, okay? If and where you're separating yourself, like if you're deciding to leave a situation, or like I said, draw that line, there's a way that it can all move forward peacefully and smoothly. And so choose the path of least resistance. Okay, that's what I'm getting. With the Six of Swords, it's really nice because it's saying, you know what? like it's things are already set in motion. You've already made your mind up about what needs to be done, about where it is that you're wanting to go, about the decisions or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was in a relationship, you've already made the decision. Okay, I'm leaving or I'm not leaving, or this is what it's going to take for me to stay in this situation. If it were like a job, whatever the case may be. And so I feel like just trust that things can go smoothly. Okay. Advice for a smooth full moon. Here we go. I love this. 6 and 6. Nice energies of balance. 8. 2. I mean, this is all about harmony, balance, relationships with choices that we're making. The 6 of Pentacles, excuse me, as advice is saying to really honor and acknowledge like why again, and understand that give and take relationship, and again where maybe you have been giving more than receiving or vice versa, and it's not like, oh, okay, if you're receiving, it's just like one of those situations to where all things in moderation, that's all, but ultimately the 6 of Pentacles, where you have invested yourself, be open, take that break, allow for the returns to be revealed, allow for the returns to mature over time. Okay, this is showing that you're going to be seeing them coming in. Okay, lean on those relationships and work toward them. Nurture. Okay, this is a time to nurture the connections and the efforts that you know what I mean, the seeds that you planted, the connections that you've made. This is a time to continue to nurture them, as well as to reflect upon which ones are, I don't know why, but it's like which ones are balanced, which ones are not taking more of your time and energy than they need to. Okay. What sort of vacation is your soul craving? The devil. Okay. I don't know why, but I heard the word serious. Serious people. In this case, okay. I feel like you actually could get out and have a bit of fun. Uh I feel like you need to allow yourself a space to, like, in a healthy, balanced way, maybe, I don't want to say blow off steam, but it's sort of like not put so much pressure or emphasis on yourself or others to like deliver. It's something that will grow over time. Things are going to grow over time, step by step. What you want will develop over time, step by step. And so that's where I'm getting like whatever expectations that you have for yourself of or others, just kind of be mindful to like turn things around, lighten things up, bring things anywhere that might be getting a little bit too serious or too regimented. Lighten it up, shake things up, okay? Make it fun again, or whatnot. Or if it hasn't been fun, try to kind of lighten and brighten it up. So Aquarius, check out your moon and rising signs for some deeper insights. Visit with us, girlandhermoon.com, for any other guidance or support you should need in the meantime. And have a blessed full moon. Thanks for being here. Hey Pisces, happy Leo full moon. This is Kapualani, and I'm here with your Girl and Her Moon February full moon reading. Okay, let's see Pisces. Okay, Pisces, your message from the universe. Take it easy breezy, allow. What's already said and done it's already been set into motion. You can't go back. And I'm not trying to say that you're trying to go back or you're wanting to go back, but if there's any sort of feelings of anxiousness or, a little bit of self-doubt or whatnot, it's okay. Just take a breath. Things have already, it's like you bought the ticket, you got on the train is underway, ship's sailing, the ship has sailed. And so that's where the universe is saying, let go, put your mind at ease, try to slow any racing thoughts, even if those thoughts, are just kind of background chitter chatter type stuff. Let yourself take a load off and trust that things are underway. Okay, things are heading, they're going. I don't want to be so like, oh, so sure, but I'm hearing like things are going how you would like for them to go. You're going in the direction that you would like to be heading in. And so what will this full moon be bringing to your awareness? Yeah, don't overthink it. Be mindful, Pisces, of when your restless nature might be getting the best of you. I almost feel like, because I'm just so present to the like Pisces with the calm, and then then being able to just go at any minute, you just go from this state to total stillness, and then like 0 to 100 like that. And so that's where it's like the moon's bringing to your awareness. Try not to get the better of yourself, okay? Recognize when you're getting into your own head, when you're getting in your own way, when you are overdoing or underdoing anything, self-medicating type stuff, so just be aware to slow down, be aware of when you might just be feeling a bit of anxiousness, okay? That's all. You need to revisit, like I said, slow down, take things step by step. Realizing it with the Son of Pentacles, the guidance with the Son of Pentacles is just being present and taking in the moment, taking in and being present to what's right here, what's right in front of you, with the understanding that, hey, we don't want to get lost in all of those details. We want to remember that we still have responsibilities, we still have a journey underway. But it's to slow down and to enjoy the journey and to know that there's no rush. There's no pressure for you to perform or expectation to be anywhere at any particular given time. And so that's where it's saying breathe, again, Pisces. And I really actually like that we have this Six of Swords for you, because of the nature of the rainbow, and can't have a rainbow without rain, so that just sort of symbolic element of water kind of in the background here in that photo. So it's about really just allowing yourself to flow, and to realize when it's more of your intuitive, empathic, nature, your sensitive nature that's maybe just picking up very, very, very sensitive, picking up on a lot of stimuli. And so it's just about breathing and knowing that you've done your part, but the world still spins round and round and round and round and round. You know what I mean? And you're feeling a lot of it. I won't say like all of it, but you're feeling a lot of it. So that's where the Son of Pentacles encourages you to ground that energy, stay focused on the things that you're working on right here, right now, knowing that you've got what is it, the end goal in mind, because the Knight of Pentacles got that castle off in the distance, so you don't want to kind of get lost along the way. You want to know what your destination point is, but enjoy the journey. So let's get some advice. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Yep, like I was saying, breathe. Pay attention to when you might be torturing yourself. And I just mean, just kind of in that space where you're getting caught up in the thoughts too much. When your thoughts are getting to be too much, breathe, align. For you, Pisces, it might even be good for you to do like a nice salt bath, and or just a nice bath, connect to the water, connect with a nice body of water. But getting out of your head and getting grounded is going to help a lot, okay? And acknowledging and being fair with yourself, when there's just maybe too much on your plate, or too much that mentally is coming at you, and so you just need to give yourself a break, prioritize, but taking it step by step. So what sort of downtime, what sort of vacations you're still craving? Yeah. Yeah, physical recovery. Yeah, we gotta get that. Get you back in some water. Where's the joy, baby? Where's the joy and the fulfillment, Pisces? I mean, like, this is all symbolizing how water is needed. And so, where have you been too much in the details, too much in the results, too much in the black and white and how things are like it looks this way here, right? How do you feel, babe? I want you to connect with how you're feeling and to work from there. Okay, because if you're feeling like this, then I think your priority is more to slow down and refuel, breathe, get some nice water, connection to revitalize, and not so much that fire to keep burning, 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 drying everything out. Okay, so where you're like, blah, 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 you need to calm the fire and shift gears. Okay, shift gears and do the self care. Focus on that light that's at the head. Like there are better times ahead, good times ahead, or at least a respite ahead. Okay, so focus on taking it step by step and not trying to do it all at once, Pisces. Okay, you can do it, you can get there. Definitely slow down and realize if you're also even physically feeling lethargic or worn down or tired, like please do take that time to like touch in with your wellness and whatnot and just self-care. Okay, self-care, self-love, self-heal, like mind, body, and soul especially. But I really encourage you to refuel, and please do reach out to us, girllearnermoon.com. Okay, if you're needing especially a bit of extra support or a boost or whatnot, to look into things. But also check out your moon and rising signs for some added insights for this full moon. But thank you so much for being here, Pisces. Take care and have a blessed one.